Coming up next, a UFC welterweight division matchup. Well, this guy has truly made the takedown a thing of beauty in mixed martial arts. With respect to yourself and George St. Pierre and the truly great takedown artists, this guy's closing the gap and entering that company in the eyes of many.
Oh, absolutely, because he's done such a great job of timing takedowns. I haven't seen anyone so good at slipping a jab into a takedown since George St. Pierre.
Right.
He does a phenomenal job of getting from step one to step two before his opponent even realizes now he's in on my leg. And if they do get their hips back, immediately he's up into a foot sweep or a headlock or an inside trick. It's just so many different ways for him to get you to the floor that he will throw every single one at you every single time.
And a lot of fighters talk about that wrestling maintenance and how hard it is, right, over the course of a career to continue to drill those things. He talks a lot about that, and that's why he's continued to realize success here in the UFC. All right, so an interesting stylistic clash here. Prevailing wisdom is he's going to try to take his opponent down and get off some of that patented ground and pound.
Yes, and once he's on top, he starts to just gain control first. He does not try to rush to the next position because he understands whether or not he's in the guard, half guard, or side control, he can find ways to land big damage. In the side control, he does a really good job of going knee on belly, posturing his body all the way to the top, and just coming down with big punches. Boom, once he lands, he goes back and he secures.
Right.
Then he goes back to find another big strike. He does not waste energy just throwing little rabbit punches. Everything has to matter, as you've seen in some of the great ground and pound fighters we've ever seen, like Jack Hermanson, guy that beats you into the bottom of the octagon until you roll over and give up your neck to get submitted.
Yeah, nothing pitter-patter about it.
No.
Our tale of the tape for this highly anticipated welterweight fight. More than 5 years apart, with similar height and some differences in reach. We send it inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 17 wins, no losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Shavkat Rakhmonov. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a wrestler holding a professional record of 23 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds, fighting out of Chicago, Illinois. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Lavigne.
The veteran Yves Lavigne draws the assignment here.
You ready?
All right, so here we go. Round 1 is underway. Very compelling matchup for fight fans around the world. It's going to be very interesting to see how soon the grappler goes for the takedown.
Well, he's going to try to get the takedown right away. But when he shoots that shot, when he changes that level, he is going to be shooting into a guy that truly understands all aspects of mixed martial arts. I'm wondering how, if his first shot doesn't work, does he approach trying to get this fight to the ground?
All right, here we go. First round is underway. No denying the big reach advantage for him tonight. We'll see if he can get that jab going early.
Look for him to circle on the outside. Use that long jab to keep his distance and only engage on his terms.
Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career.
Now he's going to attack a triangle choke here.
Up now.
Oh, man, that was sick.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way or the referee's going to stop this thing.
He better start to move, and when his opponent starts to posture, he needs to put his feet on the hip, push him away to try to escape this very, very dangerous position.
Oh, wow, that happened quickly as the fighter reverses position there on the ground.
Unbelievable position change. Wow, what a transition.
All right, working inside his opponent's guard here.
You cannot sit in these...
Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Then he's out. Oh, nice work from the bottom. Tags him with the punch. All right, closed guard now. You got to be careful, though. He's got a lot of submissions off his back.
Nice punch there.
Oh, collar tie. Oh, no way, spinning back fist. Superman punch now. And they separate. Ooh. Jab snapped his head back.
His jab gets to the target so fast, he always brings his hand right back to his face. Right hand punch.
Oh, goes to the ankle pick now to get him down, DC. We'll see how he chooses to proceed from here.
Got the ankle pick. Let's see how he advances from this position.
Round 2 winding down. All right, a lot of tremendous striking action in that last round, DC. I know you don't have a telestrator, but take us through the replay.
I mean, I would love to have my telestrator right now. That was a great display of high-level mixed martial arts striking. Both combatants stood toe-to-toe and let it all hang out.
You ready?
All right, let's get to round 2. Well, we talked about his reach advantage off the top. Made good use of it there with that punch, DC.
That was good. Nice strike.
Oh, looks like he's trying to set up the takedown. There's the attempt. Oh, and a nice jab by him there, and that's going to give his opponent some problems if that keeps landing.
He's having to take a...
Hey, finally gets the takedown. It wasn't for any lack of effort. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom. Now he's okay. Now he can escape.
Well, you got to stay busy on the bottom. He's doing it here. Nice punch. Watch a good ground and pound by him here. Certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off of you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
Such a high-level grappler. You don't see that very often.
All right, side control now. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Well, you got to be working off of your back. He's certainly doing so here. Nice punch. All right, closed guard now. Allows him to get right back up.
He did a great job securing that ankle pick, but did not react quick enough to secure top position.
All right, so just like that, back to a standing position. We will see who has the advantage.
Another beautiful takedown.
Single leg takedown attempt here, and did that get you out of your seat? Beautifully done by him there.
Oh, man, I jumped up and down.
Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Nicely done.
He jumps on a headlock. We call this in wrestling just a headlock, and if you're not careful, you can get stuck in an arm triangle.
And he's out. Keep it busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Lands with the ground and pound. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. All right, working inside the closed guard now. Nice hammer fist. 20 seconds to go, round 2. Oh, now trying to isolate an arm, DC.
He needs to move his hips back to cover. He cannot allow him on that angle.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight. All right, let us look back at some of the action from that previous round. DC, punches in bunches.
I mean, over and over, he landed that big punch. And every time he landed it, he got the reaction that he was looking for. His opponent really did start to take notice every time he was loading that strike up.
You ready? You ready?
Here we go. 5 minutes remain in the fight. Well, we talked about that reach advantage as you see him land the straight punch there. Great job using his length in that situation.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range. Huge knee lands.
Muay Thai plum. Oh, Superman punch is good. You can tell he's been working on that. Well, he has landed some good shots, DC, but really unable to string anything together in terms of solid combinations.
It's because, oh, that was nice, John. That was nice. What a takedown attempt.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent, you got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Oh, his opponent's squirming like a fish out of water now. The ground and pound is on point. This could very well be the beginning of the end.
This could be the beginning of the end. We've seen some really good ground and pound fighters. This young man is as good as any we've ever seen.
And he's out. All right, he's hanging out inside the closed guard of his opponent here, DC. You got to be careful. Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here. And if you're the opponent, you've got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop.
You got to defend, but you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
All right, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. With 2 minutes and change to go in round 3. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Pretty good ground and pound by him here. He told us on Thursday he needed to be more effective in these situations. Certainly effective tonight.
Many people have gone away from this style of fighting. This man has embraced it, and you are seeing why he's one of the best that we've seen do it in a long time.
Let's work that now. Come on.
Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Oh, this is not good. Mounted crucifix, all that body weight from the top position. This could be the beginning of the end.
Yes, this could be the beginning of the end. This is a very, very bad position for the bottom guy. Oh, nice headlock.
Nicely done. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Well, these are some excellent ground and pound strikes here, DC. There's an efficiency with which he operates in these situations.
He knows exactly when to throw, exactly when to hold, and it's allowing him to really control the grappling aspect of the fight.
There's a song there, right? Know when to hold him, know when to fold him.
Yep,
There you
absolutely.
go. All right, so the fight goes the distance. Both guys had their moments, but there was a striking advantage, albeit slight, and perhaps that'll be enough for him to get his hand raised tonight.
It should be enough. I mean, when you watch the fight, you understand that you are watching two of the best mixed martial artists in the world. But it did look like he did just enough to earn a competitive decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. For the winner by split decision, Belal, remember the name, Muhammad.
All right, so the judges have rendered their decision, and 2 of the 3 of them had it for him. So he gets it done by split decision tonight. You've been involved in some of those. Nothing easy standing there waiting for the judges to render their
John,
score.
it is the worst feeling in the world, not knowing if you did enough, right? Or not knowing what the judges were watching. So I know exactly what these guys are feeling as they walk to the center. You got your fingers crossed, you got your toes crossed, you got everything crossed, hoping that 2 judges